Hello guys, thank you for tuning in to the WIGPAL channel. I want you guys to hit the like button and subscribe. Please, thank you, so we can give you more videos. Today we're doing a quick weave with the closure, and we've already braided her hair down, and we've already used our Grow Protect, and we've already put our oil drops to protect her scalp and to protect her hair. So now we will be giving her a line. You want to make sure the nape area is always neat and clean. And then you can go ahead and cut the cap so that your weaving placement will be perfect. The purpose of the cap and the Grow Protect is to protect her hair, because we're doing hair care repair right now. Her hair is growing out. Her hair was really short. We started off, we cut all the relaxer off, and now she only has her natural hair, and we've already braided it, put her hair in braids. And I know some people like to cut their cap afterwards. I like to cut my cap before. We will be using 2 packs of Model Beauty Supply hair. You can get the Model in any local beauty supply. And this is Beauty Supply closure also. We will be using the 10-inch and a 12-inch. And we're gonna start with the 10-inch at the bottom first. You always wanna start with your shortest length first. Some people like to apply their glue on their tracks. I like to put my glue on the actual cap, especially if you already know your hair placement. I like to do a couple of tracks, then I like to blow dry, because it's quicker than just blow drying track by track. And the purpose of doing the quick weave instead of a wig is she wanted to have something to stay on for at least 4 weeks. And since we've already oiled her scalp with the WIGPAL oil, you can get that on WIGPAL.com. Also, the items that we provide, they will be in the description below. And you can just go to our website and order. I like to do multiple tracks and then dry, because it's quicker. It gives you the same effect, less time. Instead of doing a quick weave in an hour, you actually can do it in about 20 minutes. Now we will start with the 12-inch. And you want to start from ear to ear, because this is where you want your length to come in. And also press each track, and that'll help to stay in place until you get ready to blow dry. And sometimes I'll go ahead and I swerve the glue around, and that way you can do more than 1 track at a time. You don't have to put a lot of glue. It'll look like it, but it's actually thin because I swerved it out. And it's not touching her hair at all because of the Grow Protect and the cap. And remember to make sure you put your hair drops in your base before you put your Grow Protect and your cap on. And that'll help your hair to grow as well while it's under the cap. And it keeps your hair from itching as well. And some people put their closures on first, but I like to put mine on last because it's easier that way. And this is what the other sides look like. This is the lower area, and we've already put her color in for her closure. Now we're applying the bow hole, lace glue. How it look like. And as you can see, the foundation doesn't have to be perfect because they're actually not going to see it up under there. And I did this side up high and this side low because we're doing a low part, and that way she can wear it. She can wear it behind her ear, or she can wear it forward. And I put my glue around the trimming of the tracks first, then a little right here, so that it can make sure that it's stable. And as you can see, it's already giving scalp. It's already undetectable. You won't be able to tell if it's a quick wig, sew-in, wig, or whatever. Now we'll be cutting the lace. And I like to do a zigzag cut. Not perfect, but imperfect. And because we used a beauty supply closure to tone the lace down, because we didn't dye it, you could just use concealer. And also I'll be using this to cut her baby hair. She doesn't like a lot of baby hair, so we won't be doing a dramatic baby hair. And we'll be using the WIGPAL wrap. And make sure your hair is, all of your hair is forward. So when you get ready to cut, none of your hair will be in it. And you have to check the hair and make sure all of the hair is out. Then you could take your wax stick to flatten it. I think I'm going to use I'm going to use a little more hair because she likes eye action, so it's not as heavy as I would like. So the closure is kind of thin. As you can see, this is where the closure is. So by being thin and you want more eye action, then you can add more tracks. So I'm going to add about 2 or 3 more tracks. And that's just to give it the volume, as if the closure was thick and full. You can go ahead and put it on the actual closure because you won't be using this again. And you can give it a slant. Don't just put the track straight. Slant it. That way it'll give you more hang over your eye. When you make it straight back to the side, if you do it straight like that, it's only gonna come down. But if you slant it, it's gonna give you more over the eye like that. So you will bring that one forward. And make sure you bring it close together, because that way it'll look like it's part of the closure, and make sure the end is down and connected. Okay, we're gonna add one more track and then we're ready to cut. Okay, now we will be using the stick, the wax stick. It's just, you can use, I'm just using this one, but I use silicone. It doesn't matter to me, just as long as, because as long as the hair is so flat. Then you take your bling brush, make sure it comb through before you run your straightening comb over it. While I brush it straight, and while my straightening comb is getting hot. Some people use electric straightening combs, but I'm old school. I like the pressing comb because I can control the temper. I can get it as hot as I would like. Okay, after you get it good and straight and flat, then you take your shears and you're ready to cut. First, you want to go blunt, go straight across. Then we go a little diagonal, because you want the front graduated a little longer. I also like to use my clippers too. I use scissors and clippers because what my scissors don't get, my clippers will. Now we'll start cutting our layers in. Grab the middle part, you cut upward, and what that does is give you an elevated look. And you can do it by sections and make sure the section previously is in there so you can make sure you get all of them the same size. Pull it forward. And you do a drop forward angle, and that way you get what's left underneath that you normally wouldn't see. Then you come back with your clippers, and this is knocking out the excess hair. And it helps your graduated look real defined. And these are also one of my favorite flat irons. You also can, they'll be in the link below. They go up to 580 degrees. You got different lengths, but as you can see, they are hot, and they will get the job done. On 4C hair, it doesn't matter. I use them on weave, but they actually work on 4C hair as well. I like to go inward on both sides, and what that does, it gives it a definition, nice swirl, instead of being just blunt and straight down. I'm like a little boring. This gives it a nice layered feathered look as well. And then a day or two, it will fall back. It'll fall into a more relaxed look. And I usually go in on all the way up to the top to give it that natural feather look. You come in on both sides to meet each other. And then on the last one, you could pretty much swerve it to the direction, which side you want it to go. And you want to make sure you have a great temperature on your flat irons, and because it would melt that closure into the bundle, and you can't tell where it ends or where it starts. When you got a good flat iron, you don't have to use those small parts. You can just go ahead and use large parts and leave it on there. And for my bangs, I like to use my big barrel curls because it gives you that nice half seashell, and it lasts. Puts the swoop in there, and by using on myself, it lasts longer in that way. She doesn't have to wrap it. She can just put it in a bun, and that overlay will last. Sometimes you can still go back and use your clippers to give it that little definition. Sometimes if the bob is not actually the length you want, you can still go back and graduate it and cut it to the length that you're looking for. To color the lace, the color of her hair, we'll go in with the concealer. Action, baby. Okay, guys, also don't forget to check out www.thewigpal.com, where you can also purchase our flat irons, our bling brush, our edge brush, our WIGPAL wrap, our WIGPAL silk bonnet, double-sided, and also our amazing 7-stand wig head for you wig lovers.